I'm Romero Britto, I'm an artist, yeah. I was born in Brazil, in the city in the coast of, the east coast of Brazil, and this city is called Recife, and it's a pretty old city. In a family, my mother had like 9 children, and we live in this neighborhood that was not far from the beach. Well, my mother was a single mother, and so she was always, it was really difficult. I mean, I have to tell you, I think being poor is not a good picture. And I think that's really important education in the world that we live today.
His talent allowed him to fly.
I think it's my art, basically. My art is is this instrument that's taken me to a lot of people and a lot of places.
Self-taught at an early age, he painted what he saw on any scraps that he could find. His passion pushed him to excel academically, but his creative nature led him to seek new adventures outside academia. He quit law school, traveled to Paris, and there was introduced to the works of Matisse and Picasso. After a few exhibitions, Britto came to the US, where pop art was blossoming. In 1987, Romero Britto moved to Miami, making it his home.
I love Miami Beach. Miami Beach has so much character, and the sun, the beach, the people coming from around the world. The energy is really high there, really amazing energy, because people come to Miami Beach with the spirit of celebration. It's wonderful to know that the city that I live, that I love, people are very supportive of my work. There's incredible people in this community here.
Britto believes in giving back and offering opportunities to those who lack them.
At this point, there was time that I was giving donation a lot to so many charities, through my studio, which I still do it, but I do as a long-term, vision of my studio, because I want eventually my studio to be part of it. I want to donate my studio and a lot of things that I've been able to do, through the years to my foundation. My foundation is going to be able to, kind of support young artists or support like someone that want to get a better education in life. That's the idea.
The painter has exhibited in London, Stockholm, Madrid, Tokyo, South Korea, and Italy.
Since I was a kid, I always liked drawings and things like, like drawing piece of paper in school, like notebooks and things like that. But I never thought that our art would be like, something that would take me to so many people in so many places.
His art is presently featured on 5 continents in over 100 galleries. His projects have transcended the conservative parameters of art. He has designed watches, painted cars, even a Barbie. His artwork has been commissioned by Cirque du Soleil, the Super Bowl, the United Nations, Royal Caribbean Cruises, Disney, and Adidas.
Meeting Michael Jackson for the first time, and he invited me to come to see Neverland. Was spectacular. Actually, he did the party for me there in Neverland. It was really special, like a whole day, event. And when I also did the largest pyramid in Hyde Park, it was spectacular, because it was a celebration of bringing back the treasure of an amazing, dynasty, like King Tutankhamun to Great Britain, and the organizer had asked me to create this massive sculpture that Hyde Park ever had in the park. And to date is the largest installation and sculpture that I ever done. It was, the pyramid in Hyde Park. I'm a big fan of the royal family. There's a portrait there of Prince William and Kate Middleton. Why I paint? I mean, I paint actually because I feel like, it's like something that, I love it. I think each one of us, we kind of develop as we grow some certain kind of, I'd say talent, but some kind of desire to do something. And the way I do it through my art.
Through his creations, he hopes to inspire well-being and happiness.
I hope that my art can always bring a smile on people's face, and and a good feeling somebody else inside when you see that. Like a music for people's eyes, you know, because usually when you listen to the music, you feel like really good. And I hope that my art can be music for people's eyes, that when you look at, make it feel like this special feeling, this energy. Yes, I love colors. I mean, if I see anything that's colorful, I'm going right there. I don't know, maybe some people may think I'm eccentric. I mean, for me, I think I'm normal, kind of too normal, but because I've seen some other artists out there, but for some people I may be eccentric, you know, like one thing that may be a little bit crazy, like for me to go out, and I love colorful clothes.
His critics say that he's not an artist, just a marketing designer.
I know that there's a lot of people in the arts that they don't agree with me, but there's millions of people out there in the world that really agree with me, and they wanted to, you know, to have my art closer to them. You know, so in the end of the day, I do pay attention to people who are more positive, and there's a lot of people supporting my work that are very positive. They live with amazing art. My work is in the hands of the most incredible people in the world. And that's what I focus more, you know. I don't focus in the comments, you know, like of someone who never came to see me or understand what I do. And just because, you know, I've been successful, they just, you know, they're just jealous of my success.
And who wouldn't be jealous when you're the honoree at the world's largest party, Rio de Janeiro's Carnival?
So it was an entire school of samba that they did with 5,000, you know, participants, all dressed up, inspired in my work. So there was, you know, like a period of my art, you know, being told like a story. Most of the time, you only get an honor like that when we're gone.
As one of FIFA's 2014 World Cup ambassadors, he launched the program Football for Hope. His work showed that football also could be a platform for promoting social change in a world marked by inequality. Education changes life, and Britto believes it could also widen horizons for many others. He was also recently invited to be an honorary torchbearer for the Rio 2016 Olympic Games.
I think the idea for anybody, I'm not only saying about being an artist, but anybody that has a dream to change their lives and change their community and change the world, you have to start somewhere. You cannot wait for the big move or the big break. You gotta keep moving.